when I started looking into what's going on with the boomers, I have this to say to all of you, which is from my point of view as a boomer, is you guys are, watch my lips. My rich dad was my real teacher. So it's very different. So I just want to say this to all millennials. People complain about you guys, you know, especially the older generation, the boomers. I'm a boomer. And, they, you know, behind your back, we call you snowflakes. Bunch of wimps and all this stuff. But the fact is that when I started looking into what's going on with the boomers, I have this to say to all of you, which is from my point of view as a boomer, is you guys are, watch my lips. So when I looked into what your situation is, let me just share something with you, is that we had a thing called Social Security. It benefited the World War II generation.
Oh, yeah.
So they put nothing into Social Security because it came out, I think, 1933 or 36, whenever it came out. So who gets screwed?
The millennials.
No, boomers. Oh. Come on, you got to pay attention to the history here. The boomers get nothing. We're out of money. You know, Social Security is now bankrupt. Look at this chart over here. This is Social Security. So what has happened over the years is that the older generation always, the younger generation. So the boomers now are facing a world without Social Security because Social Security is broke. And the more I looked into, you know, boomers and millennials, this is another thing that you guys face. So I'll use another color here. I'll use blue. I'm getting used to this stuff. So I look at the financial statement. Okay. Income statement, balance sheet, statement of cash flow, which is what we teach in the cash flow game, is that expenses are going up of America. But what's happening is income is coming down. So you guys are in very serious trouble. You know, that's like a family where they keep spending more money, but the father or mother are not bringing money in. So what we're passing on to you guys, World War II and the boomer generation, is an estimated $180 trillion deficit to as high as $225 trillion when you count Social Security and Medicare. So I don't know how you guys are going to make it. So that's why the program we're coming up with is you've got to look for new teachers, new advisors, new other people to talk to you. There's one more stat that I want to show you that I found shocking, is that by age, let me see, 35, okay, so when we turned 35 as boomers, we already had 27% of the economy. So when I was 35, we were pretty rich. You know, I was on my way to becoming a multimillionaire because they were printing so much money. But so this is boomers, we own that much, 27%. Then you have Gen X, and these are estimates. It's estimated that all they had was about 15% of the economy at age 35. And you guys, millennials, it's estimated that you guys will own less than 3%. So you guys are, anyway.
Especially if we keep doing what they tell us to do in school.
Which is go to school, get a job, not gonna be any jobs, work hard, save money, get out of debt, and invest in the stock market. So the other thing that's happening for you guys is this, is because you don't make as much money now, you use your credit cards, right? And you're paying the highest interest rates possible. Where myself, I'm paying 3% interest. So I'm getting richer by borrowing money at 3%, and you guys are borrowing money on credit card at 15, 20, 30% interest.
Because our expenses are higher and our income can't match our expenses. And what's the first thing you see outside of universities? All these little stands with credit cards. So it keeps going up and up and up.
So you look like the economy, your income is lower, which is this chart here, income is low, but your expenses keep going up. And then the real is The real screw job is student loan debt. I cannot believe it. I mean, my mommy and my dad didn't pay any of my schooling for me. Neither did Kim's. So that's the difference. This is what I'm trying to say. The advantages, the harder it is now, the more you realize it's stacked against you if you study differently and you learn different things, have different teachers. You'll be better off in the future.
Yeah.
But the snowflakes of your generation, oh, the world's picking on us and all that, which is true. It is true. You guys are getting picked on. If you let us pick on you, you just fall further behind. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it's about getting ahead of the game. And what I'm curious to know is, okay, we're so far deep into credit card, student loan debt, all this. Is there a way out?
Well, the country's bankrupt too. Do you understand debtor and creditor? Okay, Japan, China, Korea, Singapore, many Asian countries, they're creditors. They lend the U.S. money. The U.S. is now the biggest debtor nation in the world. So when you look at this chart over here, it's getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
So the Japanese, the Chinese, the Koreans, even though their economies are screwed also, at least they're producing and lending it to you guys, the American side. So that's what's going on globally here. So the reason we're going to bring up my teachers, okay, it's fake money, fake teachers, fake assets. I have advisors. An advisor is different than an expert. A financial planner is a so-called expert. An advisor is a teacher. So some of the advisors you'll meet, my real teachers are Ken McElroy, who's my advisor on debt. You know I'm in debt, right?
Yeah, tons of it.
Yeah, I'm proud of it.
More than
too.
people can imagine.
Yeah. And then Tom Wheelwright will say, I don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
So instead of telling them to go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, the things that your generation needs to understand is what I understand, my rich dad taught me, is how debt and taxes make people like me richer. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, and that's actually a topic that I think many millennials and other generations are afraid of.
Correct.
Because they're both scary. I mean, taxes for people with an average life hurt them because it takes away their money.
Right.
And then people are scared of debt because they're in bad debt. And so I think these advisors are superstars. I mean, the whole team is, because you credit a lot of your success to them.
Right.
And
they're my teachers. My advisors are my teachers.
Yeah, and Tom always says, I mean, it's, yes, you have a higher income, so you'll get, you'll be more taxed more. But you can find a way, if you do what the government wants you to do, you can find a way to have incentives and provide housing and create jobs to have these tax benefits.
So let me give you one more broad lesson over here, because you're going to be giving both Tom and Kenny a gift called capital.
Yeah.
And capital is this French guy who measured what is happening is the amount of poor people is increasing too fast. When poverty increases, revolution hits. So this guy's a French guy, he understands revolution, because they revolted again. They cut off people's heads and all this, these French guys. So the thing about capital is there's income from capital, and there's income from labor. So when a school teacher says to you, go to school and get a job and work hard, what kind of money are you working for?
Labor.
And labor pays the highest taxes. So that's what Tom's going to talk to you about, is that when you look at this here, E, S, B, and I, did Tom talk,
Yes,
Tom always talks about this. These guys pay the highest taxes because they work for labor.
Yeah.
They're laborers. Whereas these guys over here, the B's and the I's, they have capital. They have money work for them. So the thing that what I'm happy about what you're doing for millennials is you're giving them a chance to have money working for them instead of labor.
Yeah.
Any questions on that?
No, and I love what you said there, because actually Tom and Kenny were both talking about how you have to stop complaining about your situation. And in order to change your income and your taxes, you need to change your facts and change your reality.
Right.
And that's exactly what we teach here.
At Millennial Money,
At Millennial
which is
Money.
your show. So I'm very proud of you and happy for that.
Thank you, Robert.
So there's one more thing I'd like to add to you guys is this, is, a lot of I'm sure you have girlfriends and boyfriends and all that. They're planning families and all that stuff.
Yes, a lot.
What a waste of time. Oh, anyway.
Hey, your network is your net worth.
But anyway, when I met Kim, one of the first things we talked about was what age you want to retire at. So what age are you going to be retired at?
I will hopefully, 35 is my goal.
That's probably the smartest thing you can do right now is plan to retire early. Because it'll probably take longer.
Yeah.
Or it may not. But if you retire early, you're free. And what happens to many young people is they fall in love, they get married, they have kids, they got divorced, now they got 3 families, they're all screwed up. So please plan on retiring early.
Will do.
Any comments on that?
No, and I love that too, because I think what's truly important for me is settling, and what should be for a lot of millennials is sometimes we have this mentality of having things in order, of getting a job, getting married, whatever, paying off your debt, and then having kids. And my real dream is when I hear you and Kim talk about when you retired, is that's what I want, living this life of not retiring, but living my passion and being able to live off of my investments.
Right. And the sooner you do that, you get richer. You know, Kim and I retired. She was 37 and I was 47, 10 years apart. Took us 10 years. But all we did was get richer after that because we found our formula. And our formula wasn't go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, and invest in the stock market. That wasn't our, nothing wrong with that formula. It just wasn't our formula.
What was your formula?
Play Monopoly.
Yeah.
4 greenhouses, Red Hotel. And the McDonald's formula of our, you know, as Ray Kroc said, who founded McDonald's, McDonald's is in the business of real estate and paying no taxes. So that's when, so anyway, when Tom and Kenny and the other advisors come here, their job is going to twist your brain to see it differently. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. It's going to be a whole mind shift of what we've been taught, and
From
very
school.
non-traditional ways where sometimes when you think about not paying taxes or using debt, it's like, what are you even talking about? How?
Right.
And that's dangerous.
Because you've been taught to pay taxes and get out of debt, right?
Brainwashed, yeah.
Right. So what I'm glad you're starting on here is you bring in my advisors in. Remember, advisors are my teachers. They're not just telling me what to do. They're not experts. We work together, we plan together. Right now, Tom and I are, and Kenny, because Kenny is who I invest through using debt. And Tom would advise me on taxes. So that my game I play is not be a good employee and work hard and pay taxes. My game is to be a capitalist, to have my money and investments work hard for me, so I can make millions and millions of dollars and pay no tax. Now that drives a lot of people crazy, right? Have you talked to any of your friends about not paying taxes?
Oh, yeah. And I think before it was like, well, Trump's a crook because he didn't pay taxes.
No, the Clintons are the crooks. I mean, I
Yeah.
have proof on them. Jeez.
And so I think they think of it as a way of like, that's impossible, that can't be done because of what we've been taught.
Correct.
And because we have this traditional mindset. And so once a couple of my friends went to Kim's seminar in Mexico and one of your seminars, they realized this is possible. We've just been thinking the wrong way and living the wrong life.
You've been taught the wrong way. Now, do your mom and dad, do they?
No. No. They deal with great problems that we have, thankfully, thanks to investments, but they've been taught all things to rich dad, poor dad, fake, and the company.
Are your mom and dad in debt?
Yeah, they're in a lot of debt.
Are they paying no taxes?
Nope. Yeah.
Are they happier?
They're a lot happier. We're all happier.
Good.
And so I think that that financial education can also be inherited to us, and so that's why I'm here, not only as an employee, but also as an apprentice.
So can you also understand that by having good advisors like Tom and Kenny and their books, right, you know, Tax-Free Wealth, you studied that book, you're farther ahead than if you went back to get a college degree.
Oh yeah. These books will teach you more than any degree.
Correct.
And Kenny mentioned how having a mentor is important. And I think these books in themselves are mentors. The game is a mentor.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And can you understand that when you retire young, you only get richer?
Yeah,
Why would you get richer?
because you can keep on reinvesting.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that better than waiting until 65 to retire?
Yeah, waiting for a pension or on your 401k or anything like that. I mean, it's a dream come true. Like living your life like you have been doing, traveling the world and being able to pay for all these things because you had the financial education.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So any final words? So we have Kenny and Tom coming up, plus the other advisors and their books. But these are my teachers. They're my mentors. They're my advisors. Whereas most people have financial planners who are experts.
Mm-hmm.
They'll tell you what to do. But most experts can't do what they tell you to do. That's right.
Because they're crooks.
No, they're just miseducated.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm thankful, Robert, because I think you give me and you give all these millennials an opportunity to learn from this platform. It's definitely an alternative. Maybe some people think we're kooky for giving out this information. But if I could say anything, I would want millennials to choose wisely what information we're putting into our brains. Because we have so much now at our fingertips that if we're choosing entertainment over education, that's a problem. And it can be fun. Education can be fun, and that's what we give you here. And so I'm really excited that we have this platform, and choose wisely what information you're putting in there. And for anyone who criticizes us, all I have to say is, okay, boomer. So thank you,
You'll wind up like
Robert.
an old guy like me with no money.
No, but you teach us. You teach us. And I think it's about choosing your teachers. Are you out there stuffing your brain up with Kim Kardashian? Not saying it's a bad thing, but with that information, or are you following our education?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So anyway, I want to thank all the millennials and Gen Xers, even the boomers. You know, we have to change the way we think. Otherwise, nothing else changes.
Yeah. And thank you for the advisors, because they're amazing, and I really think our viewers are going to get everything they need out of them and more.
So keep up the good work, millennial.
Aw.
Okay, millennials.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Well, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.